Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now, 1st and 10.
No, check, Patriot! No, check, Patriot!
On 1st down, Rudolph. And his first look is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. First carry for James Conner. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
There. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They go play action here on 1st down. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Keenum. The reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. Now Rudolph. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw, Rudolph. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the red zone now, Rudolph. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do. A little careless with the football. And he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did. And when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you. 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away. Tuck it away, because you got it.
Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Terrell Edmonds. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney.
Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Nigel Bradham in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
and long. It's Rudolph. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Rudolph looking to throw it. Over the middle here to Brown. Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And on the return, here comes Adam Jones. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Finds Jay Butt over the middle, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Keenum. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
After the interception, here's Rudolph. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. For Brown, that's his 5th catch. So 5 catches over 50 yards. You might as well set your watch to that. He does it every game.
Think about 2013. The only player in NFL history to have at least 5 catches and at least 50 yards in every single game in an NFL season. So that's not just talent. That's durability. That's dependability. That's a guy who really wants to play each and every week.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Detroit! No. Check. Patriot!
Here's Rudolph. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And they'll go on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
To throw on second down is Keenum. Flush to his right. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Shotgun snap for Keenum. And he's got Heineman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. His first. Catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Booker on 1st down. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
There's Keenum now on 2nd down. Drops it underneath for Booker. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
Now Keenum opting to back away from the line as he's going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Here's Royce Freeman, the first carry for the rookie. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Keenum. And oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception. I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
No, check, Patriot!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Rudolph again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Got you now, Barney! Leopard!
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. To the right side and complete to Washington. And I think the ball's out. The Broncos say they have it. They do. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Following the fumble recovery, Keenum. He's going to look deep now for Landry. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Keenum will try again on second down. Buying time to us, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Out of the gun, Keenum. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cameron Hayward in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Denver right after this. Here's Rudolph off play action. Dancing to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well.
All right, now look at 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Rudolph looking to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
From the gun on third down, it's Rudolph. Got his man complete over the middle. It's James. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Keenum now on 1st down. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going to look deep for Jim. And that's caught inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Now Keenum again. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 46. McManus able to put it through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get the field goal here at the end of the 2nd quarter and take the lead into the lockers.
And isn't that what every team wants to do? Right at the end of the half, put points on the board and go into the locker room feeling a lot better about themselves.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Now Jones. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
On 53.
Throwing on first down is Keenum. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Second and 10, Keenum here again. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On first down, it's Rudolph. The ball popped in the air and intercept. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
Rudolph on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up second and 10.
Patriot!
Now it's counter. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back there to that Philly. Here we go. Gone.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. He gets it to Brown, complete. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Four 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some block.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Here's Jordan Berry now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
Hey, go Roger. 49, guys. 22.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. So pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They run with Connor. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
On 1st down, Rudolph. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Rudolph. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Like 20.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a nice nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
No, Roger. Here goes Todd.
They run it for the first time with a backup move. And down he'll go at the 25. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Down.
On 1st down, Murray. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Here's Keenum to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Keenum. He's going to look deep down the field. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And it's a good return here as we get... Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Rudolph. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Rudolph. James has got it. Complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10. The drive will start with Connor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Back to throw, Rudolph. That will be caught by James, the big tight end, as a Steeler touchdown. Jesse James, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now Jones. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now a first down throw. Keenum forced out to his left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Booker coughs it up, and it looks like Steeler football. It is. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it's a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Rudolph throwing on second down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yards a year ago, and a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
On first and 10, Rudolph. Washington's got it. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now Jones. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Keenum again here on 2nd and 10. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense as that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he comes back with one complete. First catch for last year's NFL catch leader, and it's a first down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
53.
Keenum now on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Keenum throwing once more. He's going to wind up and air it out, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. On 1st and 10, Keenum. He's going to air one out. He's got him in, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Alshon Jeffrey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. McManus's point after is good, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They start with a give to Connor. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. The 30, past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Make that now 3 touchdown passes for the rookie Mason Rudolph. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Jones. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Keenum on 1st down. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Here's Rudolph. Wide open receiver, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 24 yards. This quarterback now already over 150 yards through the air in the opening quarter. It's 1st and 10. Connor looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, here's Rudolph. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. They come up in an offset eye. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage. to the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
All right, now look at 56.
They'll give it to him up the middle. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
Yeah, they've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so, but ordinarily, 2nd down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up 3rd down, and they'll have to throw it anyway.
Well, they've got it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. On 3rd down, it's Connor, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Jones. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
4 down, 4 down. They go side. Like 20. Hey, 50. 50's a mic. 50's a mic. Oh, you got D?
And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this 1st quarter.